Hello there, welcome back. So I couldn't resist to do another video. So this is a continuation of the previous video. So this will be our starting point, and what I want to show you now, it is the first layer refinement. So we started the final layer, let's take a look at the first layer, but also looking at absolute value. So what we have here is the standard case that we saw, relative values, and this is what we have on all these transitions and so on. Usually where you have problems, so it's tricky to control. The best way, as I mentioned, in this case using relative is to have a uniform mesh, but if we use absolute sizes, it will give better results. It is trickier to control, and let's see how does it work. So let me close here. We have the mesh. We're going to do some other comparisons. I'm not going to I generated the image, the standard case as the previous video. And let me raise 3. So basically, if we go here, and this is our starting point, so let's use these values, everything will work. So set this to false. So now you have everything absolute values. And here, let's change to first layer. So I think in previous video I was using this option and I didn't pay attention, so that's why I didn't get some matching values, but in any case, so let's aim at this value. So one of my advices I mentioned in previous videos that try to do first final layer thickness, look at what we have with final layer thickness, and then try to match those results with first layer. Okay, the same restrictions will apply here. So let me put it here. It means the aspect ratio of 100, when you hit that number, it's going to fail. Okay, then you need to play with some other options, but let me come back here. We have here the boundary layer, and we can match these values, not to compare apple with apple, this case with the other, and see what we have. So we have a visual reference. Okay, the previous one, we know what is happening, and also we have, so look at always at the output, at this output, and you can get an idea what is happening. So let me put this, let me copy this output also. So this is our reference. So that being said, let's go back here, and we set this one false. 1.2, give everything 0.2. So trying to match same value. Okay, here, let's match precisely. So remember, now what we're putting here is the actual distance, okay, in meters. It's not percentage, when like in percentage when you put here true. And very important, change this value, minimum thickness. So sometimes if you get this value like this, you know that you are not growing your boundary layer. Okay, so depending on what approach you are using, but pretty much I always leave it like this because I already know that this is your, let's say, magic number. When the aspect ratio, everything is going to collapse, then you need to use some other methods. And that's also, let's generate this mesh. Okay, here we go, and see that here there is no problem. You are fixing the first cell. Okay, this value that you're putting here, you're fixing, and as you put this one, you're fixing the last layer. So here, opposite to relative, controlling last layer is harder. It's easier to control the first layer. Okay, and if you compare with your Excel, you're going pretty much to get the same values what you have previously. Okay, first layer thickness, no, whatever you were matching. So see that, recall that previously we didn't have a full coverage, and actually we have it here. See that now using this method we have a full coverage. To point out something also in this case, I think I didn't mention, or probably I wasn't clear. So look at that here where we have the geometry that we're projecting the face and the face on. Let me open here. Okay, so go here and load the state para view, this one. So basically it is this case, cool case, just a cool concept, and we're projecting this face here, but we have different refinement ratios, 2, 4 inside, and 6 in the feature edges. So to clarify something, so see that 2 and 6 and 4 in the region, and then 6 here. When you go here in this Excel worksheet here, refinement level, okay, do not take into account edge refinement, okay? It's just surface, can be region or surface is the one. So my largest value is 4, this is the one that I'm going to put, and you're going to match your results, okay? So I think I wasn't clear enough with that. So if you have 6 or 10 or whatever with edge, it's not considered, it's just surface or regions. Okay, so we have it here, and let me put here, and well, we have 100% coverage, 5 layer, no problem. And I already have one I open generated here, the relative, and here you see that depending what you have. So personally speaking, let me go here, let me split here, let me add this one here. This one, don't see this one, show me this side there, high plane, and let me rotate like this, let me add the same one there, apply, crinkle slide, go here, put it there, let me link camera, click here, camera link, okay, perfect. And well, probably no. So look at that, what we have, or yes, I think, let me do another extra step here. Let me add everything here, and let me filter, extract block, and I want this one because I want to access. Okay, don't see that here, see that here, put the layer there, and I hope you're following what you're doing. If you're not following, probably we're going to do some videos regarding post-processing, advanced post-processing with ParaView. So this is what we have. This is absolute sizes, relative sizes, okay? So see that it fails here. Instead, absolute sizes doesn't fail when you have this transition. So here, the main takeaway is that if you have uniform refinement, it's much better to use relative. It's much easier to control. If you have non-uniform refinement like this one, absolute might give you better results. It's not written in stone that it will be better, but personal experience, it is better. Okay, this case is not something crazy complicated besides this, but personal experience will give better results. Okay, so you have to take that into account, and then also what you need to take into account, and I don't want which one here. Okay, this one. So let me rotate here, and this is what is happening in the cases. Put this right there. Set. So basically, absolute values. See that you fix the value here. Okay, close to the wall, so perfect. But then it's difficult to control, as I mentioned previously, the transition here. Instead, in this case, what is happening, that you are matching with the outer layer. 50% was this case, but then it's going to follow a geometric progression to get to this one. Okay, not necessarily will be your target value. So see that here, and actually our target value in this case was this value, okay, but in this case, see that is thicker, but then you're going to get that value where you have the smaller cells, the 0.4, okay. So it is up to you to pick a method. So see here that here is where you have these problems and the cell collapsing and so on. So changing something in mesh quality metrics might help, okay, but it's not the actual definite solution. So it's up to you, the different approaches that you have, and pick up one, but play around, get familiar, So now we have basic relative sizes, false and true, but also first layer thickness, okay, and final layer thickness. So pretty much this Excel, let me not give you my word that I'm not going to find the Excel where I have all my correlations. So I lost it. I don't know where I put it. Let me see if I can find it, but I didn't give you my work. So no deal there, but this one will work now. So the final relative, pretty much you can use this one also to get the absolute values by targeting the same value. The first relative is the same, so a little bit more trickier to control, but you can use this one. This final relative, you can control also first relative, first absolutes, and so on. Okay, so be careful with this note here that you use the edge refinement, and this is it. Okay, just find the best approach for your case. Personally speaking, I always go for this one. Okay, so this is the way I go through final layer thickness. I know that if I have different cell size in the surface, that will be a problem, but I always aim for uniform refinement. And if I have something like this, non-uniform, I try to avoid very large difference, like in this case, that you go from 2 to 4, and then you have a 6 there. I try to avoid that, and at maximum I use 2 space, from 2 to 4 or 4 to 6. I don't go more than that to avoid those problems, and usually it works well. Instead, the absolute pretty much will work, okay, but then this transition you are not going to control. And in this case, I invite you to redo it, increase the number of layers, and there is a point that is going to fail. Even if you are here, your magic number, now the distance from the wall to the first one here, you are in that magic distance that is going to work. It's going to fail. So you can follow this progression here, and probably it's the same aspect ratio, that we were talking. So probably you arrive to 20 or 23, you reach this number, this aspect ratio, and it's going to fail. And actually look at the total wall thickness and so on. So this is it. Okay, I think you have all the tools to do a lot of things. So hope to see you in another video. So thank you and bye.